What if the most powerful response to heartbreak isn't tears or revenge, but silence? Imagine walking away from someone who didn't see your worth, not with anger, but with grace. Today, you'll learn how to disappear with dignity, glow up from within, and become so unshakable that your absence speaks louder than words ever could. This is your story of transformation, ready to begin. When someone walks out of your life, don't chase them with tears or pleas. Instead, walk away with dignity. This isn't about running, it's about rising. Disappearing with dignity means choosing yourself over the pain. Refusing to beg for someone who couldn't see your worth. Your silence in that moment speaks louder than any words, sending a message that you value yourself too much to shrink. Think about a time you saw someone handle rejection with grace. They didn't scream or plead. They simply moved forward, head high, heart steady. That's the kind of strength you can embody. When you walk away, you're not abandoning love. You're reclaiming it for yourself. You're saying, my worth doesn't depend on your approval. This quiet act shifts the power back to you. Walking away starts with a decision to stop pouring energy into someone who doesn't reciprocate. Instead of texting, posting, or seeking closure, redirect that energy inward. Focus on your growth, your passions, your goals, your peace. This choice transforms you, making your absence a statement of strength that others can't ignore. Practice this the next time you feel tempted to chase someone's attention. Pause. Take a deep breath and ask, what would I do if I loved myself first? Then act on that. Your dignified exit isn't just a moment. It's the beginning of your transformation, a silent promise to become unstoppable. Your glow up isn't about proving a point to someone else. It's about rediscovering yourself. When you shift your focus from heartbreak to self-love, you start to shine from within. This glow isn't just physical. It's the energy of a woman who knows her worth and refuses to settle for less. It's the light that comes from choosing yourself every single day. Imagine a woman who, after a breakup, decides to rebuild. She signs up for a class, hits the gym, or starts a passion project. Her confidence grows, her energy shifts, and suddenly she's radiant. That's the power of self-love. It transforms you into someone magnetic, not because you're trying to impress, but because you're finally free to be you. This journey starts small. Maybe it's eating healthier, dressing with intention, or simply smiling at yourself in the mirror. Each act of self-care builds your glow, reinforcing that you are enough. The world notices this change. Your walk, your smile, your unshakable calm. You become a force not because you sought revenge, but because you sought yourself. Try this. Pick one thing today that makes you feel good about yourself. A workout, a journal entry, a new hobby. Do it for you, not for anyone else. Watch how these small acts stack up, creating a glow that lights up your world and draws others to your energy. Silence is your superpower. When you stop explaining, chasing, or reacting, you take back control. Instead of filling the void with texts or posts, let your absence speak. This isn't about playing games, it's about protecting your peace. Your silence tells the world you don't need validation to know your worth. Think about someone who left you wondering. They didn't overshare or seek attention. Their quiet confidence made you curious. You can create that same impact. When you choose silence over drama, you become a mystery that others can't help but respect. Your absence becomes louder than any argument, haunting those who underestimated you. Silence also heals you. By stepping back, you create space to focus on what matters: your growth, your goals, your happiness. You stop giving energy to those who don't deserve it. And instead, you invest it in yourself. This shift makes you powerful, not because you fought, but because you chose peace. Practice this. Next time you're tempted to respond to a hurtful message or seek closure, don't. Let silence be your answer. Focus on something that lifts you up instead. You'll feel the power shift, and others will feel the weight of your absence, all without you saying a word. Boundaries are your shield and your strength. They show the world you value yourself, and they teach others how to treat you. Setting a boundary doesn't mean slamming doors or cutting people off. It's about saying, with calm clarity, this is what I deserve. Your grace in holding that line is what makes you powerful. Picture a moment when someone tried to pull you into drama. Instead of arguing, you responded with a steady, I'm not available for this. That simple act, delivered with composure, sets a boundary that commands respect. It's not about being cold, it's about being clear. Your energy is precious, and you get to decide who has access to it. Boundaries also protect your growth. When you say no to toxic patterns or people who drain you, you make room for what lifts you up. This act of self-respect changes how others see you. They sense your strength, your refusal to settle, and they adjust to meet your standards. Try this. Identify one area where you need to set a boundary. Maybe it's limiting contact with someone who doesn't value you. Practice saying no with calm confidence, using your posture and tone to reinforce your worth. Your boundaries will reshape your world, giving you silent control. Before you give your heart to anyone else, give it to yourself. Dating yourself means treating yourself with the love and care you'd offer a partner. It's about becoming so whole that no one else defines your worth. When you fall in love with your own company, you set a standard that others must rise to meet. Think of a woman who takes herself out to a cafe, a movie, or a solo trip. She's not waiting for someone to complete her, she's already whole. Her confidence, her joy in her own presence, makes her magnetic. You can build that same strength by prioritizing yourself. Dress up for you, chase your dreams for you, laugh for you. This self-love changes everything. When you stop seeking validation from others, you stop settling for less. You become selective, not because you're cold, but because you know your value. Others notice this shift. They see a woman who doesn't need them to shine, and that makes you unforgettable. Practice this. Plan a date with yourself this week. Pick an activity that brings you joy, whether it's a walk, a fancy dinner, or reading in a cozy corner. Treat yourself like the queen you are. This small act will remind you that your love story starts with you, and that's the most powerful beginning of all. Letting go is not defeat. It's a declaration of your strength. When you release someone who doesn't value you, you free yourself from their shadow. This isn't about erasing memories or denying pain. It's about choosing to no longer let that pain define you. Letting go with dignity means walking away from what hurts you and toward what heals you. Imagine a woman who holds onto a toxic relationship, hoping for change. Every text, every call keeps her tethered to pain. Now picture her choosing to let go, deleting the number, stepping back, focusing on herself. Her silence becomes her power, a quiet refusal to stay stuck. That's the strength you can claim when you release what no longer serves you. Letting go starts with a shift in perspective. Instead of seeing it as loss, see it as freedom. You're not giving up on love. You're giving up on chasing what doesn't honor you. This choice redirects your energy to your growth, your dreams, your peace. Your absence becomes a statement louder than any argument that you choose yourself. Practice this. Write down one thing you're holding on to that's draining you. A person, a memory, a regret. Then, mentally or physically, let it go. Replace it with an action that lifts you up, like journaling or trying something new. Your act of letting go will spark a transformation that others can't help but notice. Reinvention is your rebirth. When you decide to rebuild yourself after heartbreak, you're not just healing, you're becoming a version of yourself that's stronger, wiser, and more radiant. This isn't about changing who you are, it's about stepping into the woman you were always meant to be. Your reinvention is your glow, your power, your silent triumph. Think of a woman who, after a breakup, transforms her life. She learns a new skill, revamps her style, or starts a passion project. Her energy shifts and suddenly she's magnetic. You can do this too. Reinvention starts with small steps. Trying a new hobby, setting a goal, or even changing how you carry yourself. Each choice builds a new layer of confidence. This process is for you, not for anyone else. It's about rediscovering what makes you feel alive, what makes you shine. When you reinvent yourself, you don't just recover from pain. You surpass it. Others notice this shift, drawn to your new energy. But the real victory is how you feel about yourself. Try this. Pick one area of your life to reinvent this week. Maybe your wardrobe, your routine, or a dream you've shelved. Take one step toward it, no matter how small. Watch how this act of reinvention fuels your confidence, making your presence undeniable without a word. Being unavailable is a powerful act of self-respect. When you stop giving your time, energy, or heart to those who don't value it, you reclaim your power. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about being so committed to your own growth that you have no space for what drains you. Your unavailability becomes a silent boundary that commands respect. Picture someone who's always there, texting back instantly, forgiving too quickly, waiting for crumbs of attention. Now imagine them choosing to be unavailable, focusing on their own goals instead. Their absence shifts the dynamic, making others realize what they've lost. You can create that shift by prioritizing yourself. Being unavailable means setting emotional boundaries. It's saying no to half-hearted efforts, to people who only show up when it suits them. Your energy is precious, and when you guard it, you teach others to value it too. This quiet strength makes you magnetic, as others sense your self-worth. Practice this. The next time someone expects your immediate attention, pause. Don't respond right away. Instead, do something for yourself. Read, exercise, or rest. Your unavailability will send a clear message. Your time and energy are reserved for what truly matters, starting with you. Forgiveness is not about excusing someone's actions. It's about freeing yourself. When you forgive, you release the weight of resentment, letting your heart breathe again. This quiet act of grace doesn't mean giving access to those who hurt you. It means choosing peace over pain, so you can shine brighter than ever. Think of a woman who carries betrayal like a burden. It dims her light, keeping her stuck. Now imagine her choosing to forgive, not for them, but for herself. She lets go of the anger, not because they deserve it, but because she deserves peace. That's the power of forgiveness. It's a gift you give yourself, silently transforming your energy. Forgiveness doesn't require words or reconciliation. It's an inner shift, a decision to stop letting the past control you. You can forgive and still walk away, still set boundaries, still protect your heart. This balance makes you powerful, showing the world you're bigger than your pain. Try this. Reflect on someone who hurt you. Write down one thing you're ready to forgive, even if it's small. Then let it go, mentally or through a ritual like burning the paper. Feel the lightness that comes. Your forgiveness will fuel your glow, making your presence radiant and unshakable. Loving your own company is the foundation of your power. When you enjoy your own presence, you stop needing others to validate you. This confidence makes you magnetic, not because you're seeking attention, but because you're whole on your own. Your solitude becomes a strength that others can't help but admire. Imagine a woman who takes herself on a date, to a cafe, a park, or a quiet evening at home. She's not lonely, she's complete. Her joy in her own company radiates, drawing others to her light. You can build this by embracing moments alone, finding joy in your own thoughts, dreams, and passions. This confidence shifts how you move through the world. When you don't need someone else to feel worthy, you set a higher standard for who gets to share your space. Your energy says, "I'm enough," and others respond to that strength, respecting you without you saying a word. Practice this. Spend an hour alone doing something you love, reading, dancing, or simply sitting with your thoughts. Notice how it feels to enjoy your own company. This small act will build a confidence that shines through, making your presence powerful and impossible to ignore. Your standards define your worth. When you set high expectations for how you're treated, you teach the world to meet you at that level. This isn't about being demanding. It's about knowing you deserve respect and refusing to accept less. Your quiet commitment to your standards becomes a powerful statement, radiating strength without a word. Imagine a woman who stops tolerating half-hearted efforts. She doesn't argue or beg. She simply walks away from what doesn't honor her. Her silence and choices show she values herself, and others adjust to her energy. You can do this too. By holding firm to your standards, you create a presence that commands respect naturally. Setting standards starts with clarity. Decide what you will and won't accept in relationships, at work, in life. Then embody those boundaries in your actions. Say no to disrespect with calm confidence. Your posture, your steady gaze, your refusal to settle, all speak louder than any lecture. People notice and they respect you for it. Practice this. Identify one standard you want to uphold, like not responding to dismissive behavior. In your next interaction, hold that line with grace. Don't explain, just act. Your commitment to your standards will shift how others see you, making your presence undeniable and your worth unquestionable. Putting yourself first isn't selfish, it's essential. When you prioritize your own needs, dreams, and happiness, you build a foundation of strength that no one can shake. This quiet choice to center yourself transforms your energy, making you radiant and magnetic. Your self-priority becomes a silent rebellion against anything that dims your light. Think of a woman who stops rearranging her life for others. She carves out time for her goals, her rest, her joy. Her energy shifts, and suddenly she's glowing with purpose. You can create that same freedom. By choosing yourself, you show the world that your worth doesn't depend on anyone else's approval. This shift starts with small acts. Say no to things that drain you. Spend time on what lights you up. A hobby, a workout, a quiet moment alone. Each choice reinforces that you are your own priority. Others will feel this change, drawn to your confidence and respecting your boundaries without you needing to explain. Try this. Block off an hour this week just for you. No obligations, no distractions. Do something that makes you feel alive. Notice how this act of self-priority boosts your energy. Your quiet focus on yourself will radiate, making your presence powerful and inspiring to those around you. Your story is your power. Every scar, every triumph, every moment you've survived has shaped you into who you are. When you embrace your story, without shame or apology, you radiate a quiet strength that others can't ignore. Your past doesn't define you, but it fuels your transformation, making you unstoppable. Imagine a woman who once felt broken by rejection. Instead of hiding her pain, she owns it as part of her journey. She doesn't broadcast it, but her confidence shows she's made peace with her past. That's the strength you can claim. By accepting your story, you turn your experiences into a source of power, not pain. Embracing your story means reframing it. Heartbreak isn't failure, it's redirection. Betrayal isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Each chapter has taught you something about your resilience. When you carry this truth quietly, your presence speaks of courage and growth, drawing others to your light. Practice this. Write down one moment from your past that felt like a setback. Then reframe it. What did it teach you? How did it make you stronger? Carry that lesson into your day with quiet pride. Your story, owned without words, will make your presence magnetic and your strength undeniable. Inner peace is your greatest asset. When you cultivate calm within, no external chaos can shake you. This quiet strength makes you magnetic, drawing others to your steady energy. Your peace isn't just for you. It's a gift to every room you enter, silently shifting the atmosphere with your presence. Picture a woman who walks into a tense situation. While others react, she stays calm, her breath steady, her gaze soft but firm. Her peace changes the room, calming others without effort. You can embody this too. Inner peace comes from letting go of what you can't control and focusing on what you can. Your thoughts, your actions, your energy. Building peace starts with mindfulness. Take moments to breathe deeply, to center yourself before a big moment. Let go of the need to control others' opinions or actions. This detachment makes you powerful, as your calm becomes a beacon that others naturally follow. Try this before your next challenging moment. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4. Carry that calm into the situation. Notice how your peace influences others, making your presence a quiet force that commands respect and attention. Your light is what makes you unforgettable. When you let yourself shine without fear or apology, you become a force that others can't look away from. This isn't about being loud or seeking attention. It's about embracing your unique energy and letting it radiate naturally. Your light is your power, and it speaks in silence. Think of a woman who enters a room and instantly draws eyes, not because she's trying, but because her confidence glows. She's at ease with who she is, and that ease is magnetic. You can cultivate this by embracing what makes you you, your passions, your quirks, your strength. Your light shines brightest when you're true to yourself. This beauty grows when you stop dimming yourself for others. Don't shrink to fit their expectations or dull your spark to make them comfortable. Instead, let your energy flow freely. Your smile, your posture, your quiet confidence all carry your light, making you a presence that lingers. Practice this. Identify one thing that makes you feel truly alive. Maybe it's dancing, writing, or helping others. Do it this week unapologetically. Let that joy shine through in how you carry yourself. Your light will draw others in, making your silent presence powerful and inspiring. Solitude is not loneliness. It's a sanctuary where you rediscover your power. When you embrace being alone, you learn to trust your own voice, your own heart. This quiet strength makes you unshakable, a woman who doesn't need others to feel complete. Your solitude becomes a silent force that radiates confidence and draws respect. Imagine a woman who thrives in her own company. She's not waiting for someone to fill her time. She fills it with purpose, joy, and growth. Her ease in solitude makes her magnetic, as others sense her self-sufficiency. You can build this strength by carving out moments to be alone, not as a retreat, but as a celebration of your own presence. Solitude teaches you who you are. It's where you confront your fears, dream your dreams, and build your resilience. When you're comfortable alone, you stop chasing validation. Your energy shifts, and others notice. Your quiet confidence speaks louder than any need for attention. Practice this. Spend a quiet evening alone, doing something that sparks joy, journaling, listening to music, or simply sitting with your thoughts. Feel the power of your own company. Your solitude will strengthen your presence, making you a woman whose silence commands attention and admiration. Clarity is your compass. When you know what you want, your values, your goals, your boundaries, you move through life with purpose. This quiet certainty makes you powerful as your actions align with your truth. Your clarity becomes a silent guide, leading you and influencing others without a word. Picture a woman who knows exactly what she stands for. She doesn't waver or seek approval. Her decisions are steady, her presence grounded. You can cultivate this clarity by reflecting on what matters to you. What are your non-negotiables? What lights you up? When you're clear, you don't need to explain yourself. Your energy speaks for you. Clarity also protects you. It helps you say no to what doesn't serve you and yes to what does. This discernment makes you magnetic. As others sense your focus and respect your direction, your silence, rooted in clarity, becomes a statement of strength that others can't ignore. Try this. Write down 3 things you want for yourself. Maybe a career goal, a personal value, or a boundary. In your next interaction, let those priorities guide your actions. Your clarity will shine through, making your presence confident and compelling without needing to say much. Your resilience is your crown. Every time you've risen from pain, rejection, or failure, you've proven your strength. This quiet endurance makes you a force, not because you shout about it, but because you carry it in your presence. Your resilience speaks in silence, showing the world you're unbreakable. Think of a woman who's faced heartbreak yet stands taller for it. She doesn't broadcast her struggles. Her confidence tells the story of her survival. You have that same power. Every challenge you've overcome has built a resilience that radiates through your posture, your gaze, your calm. Others feel it, drawn to your quiet strength. Resilience isn't about avoiding pain. It's about growing through it. Each setback teaches you something new about your capacity to rise. When you carry this truth, your presence becomes a testament to your strength, inspiring others without you needing to explain. Practice this, reflect on a time you overcame a challenge. How did it shape you? Carry that lesson into your day with quiet pride. Let your resilience shine through in how you move and interact. Your silent strength will make your presence powerful, a beacon of hope and endurance. Authenticity is your superpower. When you're true to yourself, your values, your passions, your quirks, you radiate a light that others can't resist. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being real. Your authenticity becomes a silent force, drawing people to your genuine energy without you trying. Imagine a woman who owns who she is. She doesn't hide her flaws or mimic others. Her confidence in her truth makes her magnetic. You can embody this by embracing what makes you unique. Stop apologizing for who you are or dimming your light to fit in. Your realness is what sets you apart. Authenticity also builds trust. When you're unapologetically you, others feel safe to be themselves too. Your presence, your smile, your laughter, your quiet confidence becomes a gift to the world, shifting the energy of any room. People are drawn to your truth, respecting you without you needing to prove anything. Try this. Do one thing today that feels authentically you. Wear what you love, share a bold idea, or laugh without holding back. Notice how it feels to be true to yourself. Your authenticity will make your presence vibrant, a silent invitation for others to connect with your light. Self-forgiveness is your liberation. When you let go of guilt or shame for past mistakes, you free yourself to shine. This quiet act of grace doesn't mean ignoring your flaws. It means accepting them as part of your journey. Your self-forgiveness becomes a silent strength, making your presence warm and powerful. Picture a woman who once blamed herself for a failed relationship. When she forgives herself, her energy shifts. She stands taller, smiles brighter. You can do this too. Self-forgiveness starts with compassion. You're human, and your mistakes don't define you. They refine you. Letting go of self-criticism allows your true light to emerge. This grace changes how others see you. When you're at peace with yourself, your calm radiates, drawing people to your warmth. Your silence, rooted in self-acceptance, speaks of a strength that's been tested and refined, making you a presence that inspires without words. Practice this. Write down one thing you've been hard on yourself about. Tell yourself, I forgive you and I'm growing. Feel the weight lift. Carry this grace into your day, letting it show in your posture and smile. Your self-forgiveness will make your presence radiant, a quiet power that transforms you and those around you. Your boundaries are your power. They're not walls to keep people out. They're gates that let in only what respects your worth. When you set boundaries with quiet confidence, you teach others how to treat you. Your calm refusal to accept less becomes a silent force, reshaping how the world sees you without a single argument. Imagine a woman who says no to disrespect with a steady gaze and a gentle tone. She doesn't need to shout, her clarity speaks for her. You can do this too. Boundaries show you value yourself, and that self-respect radiates, commanding attention and respect from others. Your silence in upholding them is louder than any protest. Setting boundaries starts with knowing your limits. What behaviors will you no longer tolerate? What energy deserves your time? When you hold these lines with grace, you become a beacon of strength. Others adjust to your standards, drawn to the quiet power of a woman who knows her worth. Practice this. Identify one boundary you want to set. Maybe it's not responding to late-night texts or declining drama. Enforce it calmly in your next interaction, letting your posture and tone reinforce your stance. Your boundaries will make your presence unshakable, a silent testament to your self-love. Your purpose is your fire. When you chase what sets your soul alight, you glow with an energy that's impossible to ignore. This isn't about proving anything to anyone. It's about living for you, aligning your actions with what makes you feel alive. Your purpose becomes a silent force, radiating through your presence and inspiring others. Picture a woman who pours her heart into her passion, whether it's her career, a creative project, or helping others. Her focus and joy make her magnetic, not because she's trying, but because she's true to her purpose. You can ignite that same glow by reconnecting with What drives you? What makes you feel whole? Finding your purpose doesn't require grand gestures. Start small, try a new skill, volunteer, or revisit a dream you've shelved. Each step toward your purpose builds your confidence, and that confidence shines through in your walk, your smile, your silence. Others feel it, drawn to your light without you needing to explain. Try this, reflect on one thing that makes you feel alive. Maybe writing, teaching, or creating. Take one step toward it this week, no matter how small. Let that purpose fuel your energy. Your silent dedication will make your presence radiant, a glow that speaks louder than words. Your evolution is your triumph. Every step you take to grow, through pain, lessons, or victories, makes you stronger, wiser, and more radiant. This quiet transformation isn't about changing who you are. It's about becoming the fullest version of yourself. Your evolution speaks through your presence, showing the world you're unstoppable. Think of a woman who rises after a setback. She doesn't dwell on what broke her. She uses it to build herself stronger. Her confidence, born from growth, draws eyes and respect. You have that power too. Every challenge you faced has shaped you, and when you embrace that growth, your presence becomes a silent story of resilience. Evolution happens in the choices you make daily. Choose to learn, to heal, to step out of your comfort zone. Each decision adds a layer to your strength, making you a woman who doesn't just survive but thrives. Others notice this, drawn to your quiet power without you needing to boast. Practice this. Pick one area of your life to grow in. Maybe your confidence, skills, or emotional strength. Take one action this week to move forward. Carry that growth in your posture and gaze. Your evolution will make your presence magnetic, a silent force that inspires awe. Your independence is your crown. When you rely on yourself, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, you become a force that no one can diminish. This quiet self-reliance makes you magnetic, not because you push others away, but because you don't need them to shine. Your independence speaks through your presence, commanding respect effortlessly. Imagine a woman who stands tall on her own. She doesn't wait for validation or lean on others to feel whole. Her strength comes from within. You can build this independence by trusting your own decisions, pursuing your goals, and finding joy in your own company. Your self-reliance becomes a silent power that others admire. Independence doesn't mean isolation. It means freedom. When you're free from needing approval, you set a standard for how others treat you. Your energy, your calm, your focus, all reflect a woman who knows her worth, and others adjust to match that strength without you saying a word. Try this. Do one thing this week that shows your independence. Maybe make a decision without seeking input or tackle a goal solo. Let that confidence show in your walk and gaze. Your independence will make your presence powerful, a quiet light that draws respect and admiration. Your light is your legacy. Every choice you make to love yourself, to rise above pain, to grow through challenges, leaves an impression that lingers. You don't need to shout your worth. Your presence, your glow, your quiet strength speak for you. This is the essence of your power, to shine so brightly that your silence transforms the world around you. Think of a woman whose confidence lights up a room. She doesn't need to prove herself. Her energy tells her story. You are that woman. Every step you've taken to choose yourself, to set boundaries, to chase your purpose, has built a legacy of light. Your presence inspires others, not because you try, but because you are. This journey of self-love is ongoing. Each day, you can choose to rise in silence, to glow from within, to be unapologetically you. Your light doesn't just change you. It changes everyone who crosses your path. They feel your strength, your peace, your power, all without you needing to say a word. If you loved this journey, like this video and visit our channel for more ways to embrace your power. Keep rising, keep glowing, and let your silence be the loudest story you tell. Your light is your legacy. Shine it boldly, starting today.